Peterborough's own fiddling phenom, Irish Millie, was nominated for numerous awards in 2025. Canadian Folk Music Award nominations included Single of the Year for her song You Were There, co-written by Matthew Cicciarella, and a 5th consecutive nomination for Young Performer of the Year. She also received the nomination from Folk Music Ontario for Performing Artist of the Year. We caught up with her to talk about university life, her nominations, and her show at Market Hall coming up with VANCAMP and Jeanne Truax.
Love has been nice. I'm at a joint program for music industry and technology, which is music production in short. And it's a joint program with Centennial College and the University of Toronto Scarborough. For the last 6 years, I've been in the Canadian Folk Music Awards, and I was realizing, I was looking back, I'm like, the amount of work it takes to put out an album or a single or an EP every year is insane. And I especially notice it now because I'm doing performing full-time every single week, but I'm also a full-time student. And so it's like, oh wow, if I want to do this again, I have to start, basically once you finish an album, you need to just start the next one. And I never really want to lose that drive. I really love that. Honestly, it's such an honor to be nominated for something so big, especially with people in the same category who I've looked up to for my whole life. Listening to their music, and now I'm in a category with them, is just really phenomenal, and I'm really proud of myself. I take a lot of pride in that, and I am really happy. It's really nice when your work that you work on for so long gets recognized, and I don't think a lot of people understand how long it takes to write and produce and release and all the publishing that goes into marketing for it and everything. And so to have that recognized on such a national level is just really amazing. And then I love that the song You Were There was chosen, because I wrote that with my partner Matthew, and it was something that went from being a challenge / just a fun writing session to being up for a national award, which is kind of insane. And it began because he told me he couldn't write music, but he is a musician and he plays music. He just said, I can never write music, and I am very, very stubborn when it comes to people saying stuff like that. And so I said, no, you can, we're gonna write something. And then now it's up for this award.
A nomination for Folk Ontario's Performing Artist of the Year in 2025. Tell me about that.
It's totally different from being up for an album, let's say. It's more based on, your performing artist side, which I'd never been up for an award that was for something like that before. Recognizing hey, you put in a lot of work to performing, you play so much, you do this so much, and that's more based off live performance. Whereas an album, you have a list of jurors listening to your work. And in my opinion, albums are not really the greatest demonstration of exactly your kind of music, because when you perform on stage, when you get to talk in between songs, that's when people get to know who you are. And so it was almost this different kind of honor I felt. I was like, oh, okay, this means I'm actually a good performing artist. When I get on a stage, I have a good presence.
So you're playing a show at Market Hall on January 23rd. What's that show all about?
The 3 artists or groups that are playing are all emerging artists from past Peterborough Folk Festival events. We've all been the emerging artists in Peterborough. We want to bring Peterborough a show because we've been honored with this. Let's see what we can do with it, because we don't want to just get the award and just continue on and move outside of Peterborough. We want to bring something to Peterborough. So we looked at the Market Hall venue and decided that was the perfect place, because it's right downtown. And then what we're going to do is, I'm not sure who they have playing with them. I'm going to bring Murray to play with me, but we're each going to have a set on the stage. We're selling tickets right now, which are available on my website, irishmillie.ca. And we're just going to bring people in and have a really good night of music, folk music, indie music, and we just want to kind of give back and say thanks to Peterborough for granting us so many opportunities. So the night's going to be one that you wouldn't want to miss. It's going to be great, and I'm super pumped for it.
Millie has been a regular here on Your TV, appearing on music shows and performing on Christmas and St. Patrick's Day specials. We wish her all the best in her career moving forward,